Kiryu-san. Kiryu-san.
Oh,
Yep, you were out like a light. Almost the...
thanks for the wake-up call.
Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, he said they nearly cornered the Sage of Palikana, but he ended... And on top of that, Akane and Lonnie are still missing. Anything changes,
Sounds good.
but as far as Hawaii goes, we're leaving that right now. You're seeing a doctor. Otherwise, you and I...
Yeah.
Nanba-san?
Doctor, how's our guy holding up?
I'm sorry to say, but he's only getting worse. He seems to be aware of that himself. Honestly, I'm surprised he made it here on foot and not in an ambulance. The cancer's taken quite a toll on his body. He must have a will of iron to have pushed him.
Is there really no hope for him left?
To improve his chances, I recommend giving him round-the-clock care as soon as possible. Or at the very least, some bed rest. Recuperating at home is another option.
Yeah, right. But knowing him...
Yes, he made it very clear he wasn't interested in any of that. And it is up to the patient to decide. All I can do as a physician is offer advice. Now, I imagine you've already done this, but if you could encourage him to start coming from a friend, his mind might...
Yeah.
This might not be my place to say, but he acts as though it's almost like he's rushing to his death. I'm sure it's frustrating watching him do that to us. He's got a strong mind, a stout heart, and what was once impeccable physique. But he's...
Yeah. Here, make yourself at home. Ichiban won't mind. Ugh, sorry it's such a pigsty. I'll find you a better...
No, I'd honestly rather stay put. Less eyes on me here than... After all, I'm not even supposed to exist.
Right, there's that. Hanawa-san actually told me a couple things. Like how I should call you Taichi Suzuki.
That's my name whenever shit hits the fan. Sorry if it's throwing you...
No, I wouldn't say that.
What?
The doc was telling me earlier how you're not open to any treatment. With all the recent advances in medicine, I'm sure you don't have much to lose by trying. I can even ask around about options. Things that are proven to help.
Drop it. I've already heard enough. The Daidoji faction researched my condition to hell and back and found... Besides, it's not like I haven't tried any. I was thinking I could hold myself together. At least until Akane and the group. Right in the thick of it. My body gave up on me.
Kiryu-san. Mind if I come in?
Go ahead.
You know, I was hoping you would rest, not work yourself to the bone. I'm serious here. Why else would you come all the way back to Japan?
I just thought it wouldn't kill me to lend some support from the sidelines. Now, I've been looking into Palikana. Sure you can guess how that's going.
The internet's a dumpster fire, ain't it? But hey, I'm sure Achan will figure something out. Look, I'm all for supporting the team, Kiryu-san, but sometimes that means knowing when to take the bench.
Don't waste your breath, Namba. It's impossible to talk him out of anything.
Nanba, is this your doing?
Yeah, I happen to bring some company. Oh, but don't worry. She's a face you can trust.
The moment you turn your back on him, that laptop's gonna be wide open. Even if all he does is type in circles.
You brought Komi Jewel's leader?
Yeah, why not? Sunhee's an old friend. And apparently the Queen of Ijincho. She runs the Liumang now, too.
In other words, we're all outcasts here. And don't flatter yourself. You're not the only one I know who's dead on paper. So relax. I'm sure the Daidoji people won't give you too much grief about me.
Why are you here?
Just thought I'd save a dying man the trouble of paying me a visit. Besides, in our world, you're pretty much the top of the food chain. And in that sense, the privilege is all mine. Surely that's reason enough.
Hey, it's not like I ratted you out to her. She just caught wind of you first, like a spider to the fly.
I remember. Nothing happens in this town without the Komi Jewel knowing it first, huh?
Mind if I take a seat? I brought some of the best Korean medicine money can buy.
Okay, but as a former nurse, I can't exactly sign off on that for him.
Well, it's not every day a dragon comes to town. And what better way to pay my respects? That doesn't surprise me. Kasuga's gonna be Kasuga no matter where he goes. I wonder how he draws so many people to his side. Is it that heroic charm of his?
Heroic charm? You may be onto something.
Yeah. He does have this certain effect on you. But the more you're around him, the more you can't help but help him. Silly as it sounds, he might just be a real hero.
Just don't tell him you said that. He'll be over the moon for weeks.
What? I have something on my face?
Kiryu-san, let me ask you. What's your all-time...
Why food all of it?
I'll put it another way. If you were about to die, let's call it your last supper.
Sunny, what is with you right now? Is that...
It doesn't bother me. But now that you mention it, what would be a good last meal?
You see there? Nobody takes that long just to think of...
What's your point?
I'm saying your complete lack of an answer only shows how little... You've always lived your life for someone else. You even spent a decade in prison, so you're sworn...
Really? He did that?
The crime he took the fall for was patricide. After you got out, you ended up losing Yumi Sawamura, so you took her daughter Haruka under your wing. And now, here you are faking your own death, all but with the real thing on the horizon. Why not use these precious last days?
You do have a point there, Sunny. And I agree. The thing is,
Yeah. Why do you care so much about me?
There are a lot like you in the Komi Jewel. See, we once served the Jingon Mafia, who had but even with them long gone, their oppression still lingers. I've seen too many of us waste away in fear and regret. It kills me every...
Well, I don't remember asking for your...
True? But while you're in my... And if I let the Dragon of Dojima die full of regrets, I'd never stop kicking myself in the ass.
You've really got away with words. Do I look like I'm that close to death's door?
come on. I wouldn't say that. But from here on out, it really wouldn't hurt to focus on some self-care. At least, I think that's what Sunhee's getting at.
Yeah, more or less.
Focus on self-care, huh? Easier said than done. What would you guys do in my shoes?
Huh? What would I do?
Yeah, let's hear it. Don't tell me you can't come up with something on the spot.
I can. Now, let's see. Actually, hitting the ball's a bit like therapy. Especially after Jung...
I don't know. I'd rather not put Kiryu-san through anything strenuous. Right now, the man needs rest more than anything.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'm not gonna...
Good. Then let's go...
Now?
Come on, it's now or never. Kicking things off with baseball sounds like the start of a good sentence.
You're really serious.
Hey, count me in. I think a night on the town will be good for you. Not like you were gonna lie down anyway.
All right, you got me. But there's still some drink left, you know.
Don't tell me the legendary dragon's concerned over if... Okay, from now on, if you're ever thirsty, I'll be the one to pour. When you've been in the business as long as I have, it's nice to finally share a glass on each... And be honest here. Would you rather get tipsy with me or Nanba?
Well, when you put it that way.
Oh, now you're just fighting dirty.
No matter what you boys say, I'm coming with. My town, my rules, and don't forget it.
I've got some more fight in me.
Evening, folks! Can we ask you guys something?
Huh?
Oh, we just happened to lose our wallets. So, mind handing over yours?
Hey, Miss Queen of Ijincho. Your subjects don't have any manners.
Not my job to teach the village idiots. And in true idiot fashion, they're embarrassing me in front of my guest. Worst.
You don't have to feel embarrassed. We're also...
Yo, we don't have a fucking day! You gonna give us your money or what? Screw it! Let's just skip to the violence! Good thinking.
Kiryu-san, we'll handle it from here.
Excuse me?
I already know what you're gonna say. Don't waste your energy. You're gonna need that energy later. For having the most damn fun you've ever had.
Right, and didn't I just say, you're in my town, and it's a host's responsibility.
You guys.
On that note, time to take out the trash.
Show me what you got. What? What are they?
Kiryu-san, what's wrong? Feeling woozy all of a sudden?
No, it's not that.
Huh?
Wait a minute. This must be what about how his enemies would turn into mob.
Hold up. So now it's not just Ichiban hallucinate?
You boys can talk nonsense some other time. We're in a...
Listen, I appreciate your concern, both of you. So I can't just sit back on the sidelines. Besides,
Fine. Okay.
I'll take you on.
It's my turn.
Here we go. Time to take out the trash.
Wanna play? We?
Yeah.
Allow me. Hardly.
You doing all right, Kiryu-san?
Yeah, thanks.
No, no. If anything, it's the other way.
I mean it though. Really. If it wasn't for you two, I never would have seen through Kasuga's eyes.
Oh?
When he first told me about it, I didn't believe him. But having allies at your side changes how you view the world. It really does make you feel like a hero.
Kiryu-san? What the heck? So the battle visions are limited to you and Ichiban? Guess that's something special then, huh?
What, you'd rather be hallucinating?
Maybe not so much. Well, in it...
Right.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't go so fast!
Ah.
I'm in good shape. Mighty fine swing you got there, Kiryu-san. Real nice batting. How you holding up so far?
I'm good. Refreshed, actually. Feels like a lot of that stress is gone. You were right, Sun-Hee. Maybe this was all I needed.
You're kidding, right? No way you're satisfied with just that. Besides, we're only on our first stop here.
Right. What's more, you're actually looking healthier by the... Whatever the reason is. It's great.
So, what's next?
Good question. Why don't...
Yeah, good idea.
Well, we could always eat and do karaoke. Rumor says the Dragon of Dojima is also... But I guess seeing is...
Now I wonder where you heard that. It's been ages since I've had her. Anyway, if seeing is believing, maybe I should show you...
I would love...
What's...
Kiryu-san,
bucket list? Can't say I have...
well, with the way things are right now, I mean, you could be spending your final hours writing down your thoughts or divvying up your stuff. That's
All right. Then what are you getting at? I need to take things more...
the opposite, actually. I think it'd be best to leave things on the happiest note, and to do that, a memo of how to use your time wisely.
Sounds nice enough, but wouldn't a will be more useful?
No, that's the beauty of the whole thing. Unlike a bucket list, when you're writing a will, the reason you buckle down and do it is to tie up any loose ends.
Right, I get that.
But with a bucket list, the focus is on the present. What am I doing now? Not what happened. That's what makes a bucket list so different. As you think back over the years, a lot of things will pop into your head. Missed opportunities, forgotten plans, hidden desires. And then you put yourself out there and do it.
I think I get the picture. It's like putting your heart's desires on paper to help you reach catharsis.
That's exactly what it is. Now, Kiryu-san, I think you ought to take Sunny's advice. You really should be spending more time on yourself, especially if you don't know how long you've got. If you don't want to go through any treatment, I respect that. It's your body, you do what you want with it. But if you don't want to spend your last days in abject misery, I suggest you start making a better and...
Nanba?
You look so much more alive right now. And all it took was working up a good... You might not want to hear this, but you don't have to hold yourself back. I'm sure there's a ton of things you'd rather. To put those thoughts into words and then into action, it's never a waste of time. In fact, I think it's the best way to help you reach. Heck, as a former nurse,
All right. Maybe that is. And with how you put it, the bucket list doesn't sound so bad. Just make sure you help me see it through. Since you're the one.
Oh, you bet I will. Then how about we get
That's about all I can think of for now.
Hey, looking good. You got, let's see, sing my heart out at karaoke, drink all the best alcohol there is, stuff myself with tamago at Sushi Gin. Oh, a tough guy like you loves egg, huh?
I know it might seem crazy coming from me, but for once I want to eat what I want, without looking over my shoulder.
Well said, Kiryu-san. That's what this is about. Things you always wished you'd done different, or never got to try in the first place. Everything and anything that comes to mind, now's your chance to do it. Let's see what else you got here. Try out what's popular with the kids.
I thought you said whatever comes to mind.
Sorry, it's just... that last bit caught me a little off guard there.
Yeah, I shouldn't be laughing. I really wasn't trying to make fun of you. In fact, that kind of got my heart pumping.
You sure about that?
Listen, this really is good, though. I knew it'd be worth a shot. Let's say we get more people, add to the fun. Oh, and I know just the gal. Kiryu-san, how would you like to visit? I didn't see that anywhere on your list. You not like him or something?
There's a lot you don't know about me. I was just about to write that down.
Then it's settled. Hey, Sonny, you okay to go?
You do know women look at other women, too. I'd be there in a heartbeat.
All right, then let's get...
You seem preoccupied.
Okay. I'll tag along.
Good evening. Party of three?
Yeah.
Anyone you're here to see?
Sachan, I mean, Saiko-san, please.
Right away, sir. My apologies. You have guests at table 3.
All right, folks. That's my cue. Kiryu-san? This is certainly a surprise. I see. So Kiryu-san's going through cancer.
Yeah, believe me, I was shocked when I heard the news too. But right now we're focused on finding ways to move through it together.
Got it. So that's why you're doing a bucket list.
Yeah, And with any luck, he's gonna check off everything on it. Sunhee and I are helping him as best we can.
Gosh, just hearing that is getting me all fired up.
I knew you were our go-to gal, Sachan. I wasn't sure if just the two of us could pull it off. Thought we might need an extra hand.
Aha! And that's where I come in?
You bet it is. I take it you'll join us?
As if I'd pass on that. Besides, you wouldn't stand a chance without me. So sit back and enjoy the ride, Kiryu-san. I'll get you wherever you need to go.
Would I be a burden on you?
Oh, please, that's the last thing you'd be. We've teamed up before, and we can do it again. Not to mention, your party could use a little feminine balance, no?
Huh. What a curious thing to say. Then, if we're so lacking in that department, I'd love to see what you bring to the table.
Fine by me. I was looking for a challenge anyway.
Hey, what's the deal with those two?
They're enjoying a little bonding time is all.
Well, with that being said, I'm looking forward to tonight, Kiryu-san.
All right, we got Sachan on board. Now, as Kiryu-san himself requested, let's go do some karaoke on the double.
You know, I was a little surprised. I thought you might push harder for Kiryu-san to get treated, especially considering your background and all.
To be honest, I wish I could. But it's like talking to a brick wall.
Hmm?
It's this Kiryu-san, remember? Can't talk him into anything he doesn't want to do. But, Doctor said something that stuck with me. That a friend could change his mind down the road. So I figured I'd switch my approach. We'll have Kiryu-san try to enjoy every last moment to the fullest. Eventually he'll think, man, isn't it great to be alive? And after that...
After that, he'll change his mind and want to live?
That's the plan. I need to let Sachan in on it too, so we'll all know what this bucket list is there for. You'll help too, won't you? I'm not letting him go out without a fight.
Yeah, right there with you.
Hey, Nanchan. Is Ichiban doing